Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, your man, Calico the Surrealist, WPRK 91.5 FM, Winter Park. We kicking it after dark with our special guest in the building. Hey, right now I got my comedy co-host in here rocking with me tonight. Introduce y'all to him. I got my man comedian Minnie in this thing. What's going on, Minnie?
What it do? Mini Bone, get it right. Every time we have a Bone member, we got to say it right, Mini Bone. I'm trying to get certified, so I got to get every Bone member to certify me as Mini Bone. But I'm doing great. I'm doing wonderful. I'm here with you, Mr. Calico. Let's get this popping.
Yes, sir. Man, I already know we got a hot show lined up tonight. We're going to kick things off with my surreal topic of the day. We got music from around the way. We got our throwback track and my favorite part of the show, the pump it or dump it. Well, you get to call in and let us know if the music we playing is hot or not. But now, man, without any further ado, my special guest chilling with us tonight. Whoa, man, this brother right here, thuggish, ruggish member of one of the best-selling hip-hop groups of all times, legendary Bone Thugs and Harmony crew. We got the CEO of Harmony House Entertainment, the Grammy Award-winning Layzie Bone on the line. What's going on, brother?
What it do, man? How you feeling? I'm good. Hey, what's happening?
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, listen, man. First and foremost, man, want to thank you so much for doing our show, helping us grow this platform, man,
Absolutely. I like to get in from the ground up. We trendsetters over here, so I'm glad to be a part of this right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, man. All right, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to kick it off with my surreal topic of the day. My topic tonight is contribution to the game. I want to talk about Bone's contribution to the game. And I want to start it off like this, man. I want to say, man, when y'all came in the game, you know what I'm saying, y'all wasn't on no materialistic type of rap, man. Y'all wasn't talking about no money, no cars, no jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all wasn't disrespecting our women. Y'all ain't come in the game with no major producer like Dr. Dre to share any of the credit. It was all y'all. Y'all was innovative. You created your own lane, man. Y'all stayed in y'all lane. And y'all was still able to be amongst the best-selling hip-hop groups of all times. I got y'all behind the Beastie Boys and Outkast. Of course, we know the Beastie Boys got the demographic advantage, of course. No need to talk about that. But one can make the argument to say, had Outkast not dropped that Love Below that went certified diamond, you would have Bone Thugs and Harmony right there at the top, you know what I'm saying, the greatest hip-hop group of all times. Layzie, man, I want to say, based off everything I just said, man, talk to us about your role in Bone Thugs and Harmony's contribution to the game.
I mean, basically, you know what I mean? Like, well, first of all, the greatest and contributions to the game, it's all a matter of opinion anyway, you know what I mean? So everybody got their own opinion of how things can go, so nothing is factual, but it's a matter of opinion. But my personal contribution to the game is Bone Thugs and Harmony and Mo Thug Records and Harmony House Entertainment, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I brought to the table.
For sure.
Facts. Let's not forget the harmony now. It is in the name. Before Bone Thugs and Harmony, there wasn't much harmony going on.
It got to be harmony. You know what I mean? That's the Libra scales in me too. It got to be balanced. It got to harmonize. It got to come together, man. You know what I mean? Teamwork type of effort.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think that right there, you just nailed it, Minnie. You know what I'm saying? The harmony.
Yeah.
I don't think the game really. Yeah.
I mean, they brought the thuggish, but they brought the harmony too. Because we got, we had, gang banging rap before that, or gangster rap, whatever in L.A. Yeah. But we didn't have no harmony with it. It wasn't as pronounced as Bone Thugs. They had it on every song. Every song had harmony to it. Every song you could sing to it. Right. You had the homeboy from down the street who might only could sing a little bit, can't rap. Oh, he'll get on the hook real quick.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. Okay, cool. Hey, man, listen, you kind of stomped me right there because I was like, but yeah, definitely, man, harmony. Well, we got a little more time for this segment. I want to talk about, I want to add into this fact right here, man. But Layzie, man, when y'all came in, y'all had some legit battles, man. Battle rap is a huge part of hip hop.
Fact.
And when Bone came out, man, they had some real legit battle raps with, they started out with the Dog Pound, the Twister Thing, Do or Die, Crucial Conflict, a lot of the Midwest, you know what I'm saying? Then they had the 3-6 Mafia, in more recent times, the Migos, 21 Savage, you know what I'm saying? My thing with that is Bone was able to hold it together and not fold. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. No matter what decade, they come with the smoke.
Yeah, man. So y'all was able to hold up on that. What does it take to be able to withstand even Tupac when they came out? They had the issue with the
thug part. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, man. How y'all survive all that stuff, man? Them some big names I just dropped.
I mean, basically, man, we was able to survive any blow, any flurry that anybody threw at us because, first of all, we was the first one in our lane. You know what I mean? We stood as trendsetters. We stood as originators. Like everything about Bone Thugs and Harmony when the game hadn't seen before. You know what I mean? Just 5 true thugs from the double Glock. All of us had our own separate, our own swag that brought it all the way together with the 5-man thing. So it was like Bone Thugs and Harmony. We had so many different things to offer, from the look, from the sound, from being from Cleveland was different. You know what I mean? Everything about us was totally different. So when other groups and Coast or whatever the case may be, when they came at us, it was like we was just so unique and so to ourselves that, it was just like we had a force field around us that was just reeking of originality, man. Bottom line. So we was the first in our lane, first with the staccato flip flop flow and the harmonies, to speed it up, to slow it down, to bring it back to to sharing 2 to 3, 4 bars. You know what I'm saying? So we had a package that hadn't been seen before. So when somebody tried to come at us, our fans always recognize who the originals was.
Right, man. And that's another thing I want to piggyback off what you just said is one of the things, too, that I noticed around the time frame when y'all was popping off, one of the big things was club bangers. You know what I'm saying? Right. And y'all wasn't never really, like, predominantly on no club bangers, man. Everything was, like, based off of y'all style and topics and stuff like that. It wasn't like y'all was following no trend or nothing. So, yeah, I definitely wanted to make that point, man. Well, let me ask you about club bangers since we on that real quick. Is that something that y'all ever did? Have you ever was like, man, we got to make a club banger, man, because playing in the club or whatever. Is that something that y'all ever even thought about doing?
Nah, I really wasn't never about the club or trying to make music. See, our music was more of our lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like we was really from the hood, really from the streets, and really trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? So we was more about the survival of life when we was trying to make it out of the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't about the club. We was on the block. We was selling drugs in the 90s. That's what was happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what the youth was doing to survive, to eat and things like that. So our music came off more across like street reporting, talking about what was going on in the streets, like hint songs like First of the Month. You know what I mean? That's everybody waiting for the first of the month to get that check, to either, try to double that check or to just basically just to eat. You know what I mean? Because it was hard like that back then.
Yeah, right. Man. Yeah, gotta give y'all props, man. Y'all boys came on the scene and made a whole album about y'all neighborhood.
Facts.
And went quadruple platinum last time I checked.
Facts.
Man, but you know what? I always had a question about that album, East 1999. How many records has that album actually sold? Because I've seen different numbers and stuff like that, but how many records has that album actually sold to this day?
I mean, I really couldn't tell you exactly how many exactly it sold, but I'm pretty sure it's over Diamond. And basically, you know what I mean, we get royalties for that album to this day. So it's still doing its thing. It's still in the top 5 classic albums, selling albums of all times, on hip hop. That is so.
Right.
Yeah, it's still move units.
Man, that joint is a classic. Flawless piece of work, man.
That's a fact. I will say this, not to go backwards, but I will say they did have some club bangers, but they were there were natural club bangers like Notorious Thugs would be.
Ooh,
to this day they played in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Put that on,
But it wasn't like meant for a club. It was just a natural thing that people just gravitated to how real the song was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I will say, and the one with Pac too. You know?
Yeah, and see that's another thing too. We down here in the South too, so you know that's another. Because I know when I go back home to Ohio and stuff, I hear Thuggish Ruggish Bone and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
You better.
But it's like down here, it's a different type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? They need them 808s and all of that. So it is what it is. But yeah, man, I just I just want to speak on that, get a little conversation going, man. But we can put this topic on the back burner for a little bit, so we got enough time to chop it up with Layzie about what he got going on and everything. But anybody want to open up the hotlines, man? Anybody want to call in and talk about our topic? You want to participate in our next segment, which is the Pump It or Dump It, about to play a song. Need y'all to call in and let us know if it's hot or not, or if you got a question or want to give a shout out to Layzie Bone. Remember, we on the radio, no profanity. Please keep the calls brief. The phone number is 407-646-2915. All right, in the meantime, I'm about to play this artist. Name of this artist is Rain, featuring Greasy, and the name of the song is Mirror Mirror, right here on Surreal Talk Radio. Check it out. Act funny.
Into my soul, life gets hard trying to balance lows, but mirror, mirror, I've been going crazy. Russian roulette with a little 380 lately, questioning life on a daily. Does God love me or hate me? Yeah, I no longer have patience. I have been chasing the pursuit of happiness to detonation. I broke away from Satan's cadence and all of these devilish temptations. Mirror, I had it, yeah, I can't stand it. Yeah, I really, really, really wanna vanish, yeah, and fly far away like Aladdin. Took a little winter food up in the cabinet. P.O. on my ass, I really had it. Moving house to house like a savage, just imagine. Yeah, homeless for years, somewhere to be stagnant. And trying to manage all of this havoc, fighting the dragon with no advantage. Just listen, right, I know that ain't nobody really trying to hear you cry. No one around through your darkest times, nowhere to live, left it dead outside. You've been petrified, PTSD traumatized, trapped in your mind thinking suicide. Think of all the lies and the way that you feeling inside. Breathe.
Tell me what I wanna hear. Mirror, mirror on the wall, make pain disappear. I'm fucked with all the strength that I got. Mirror, mirror, tell me what I wanna hear. Mirror, mirror on the wall, make pain disappear. I'm fucked with all the strength that I got. Rain, 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 hey, it's me again. I know what I made my promises to lose my darker trend, but it's like there is an evil really deep within. I sin again and again, man. You know I try. Light keeps dimming down really deep inside. Thoughts of suicide overtakes my will to get up and fight. Why do I gotta battle these torturous demons like every night? I've been suited up for war, but my armor's tore open wide. I wanna take back some things that I've done. I try to forgive myself all the while. Keep a steady eye on the gun, not now. Keep me the strength to hold on to see another sun light me up and down. Re-energize my life somehow. I promise to change till I live in pain. To love of my family, they counting days. I don't wanna lose any more, many battles. Every single loss is killing me slowly, I can't. Can you please tell me the ways forever me? That makes it all go away, mirror, mirror, speak to me. Tell me what I wanna hear. Mirror, mirror on the wall, make pain disappear.
Yo, Surreal Talk Radio, we back. Your man Calico the Surrealist. Got Mini Bone in this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, our special guest Layzie Bone on the line. Hey, Lay, you still there, bro?
I'm still here, man. I'm chilling, man. What's good?
Hey, man, I want to get some critique on that track we just played, man. What you think about that one?
First of all, that's Harmony House right there, man. Young,
I cheated a little bit, man.
yeah, you cheat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Greasy, you know what I mean? Shout out to Rainy. Man, they voices, the reason why I mess with those guys, because their voices is very, very unique. You know what I mean? They got multiple type of flows, and their ideas is way out of the box. So, you know what I mean? They got the flip-flop flow, they got the harmonies, they got everything that consists of Bone and where the harmony's supposed to live at. So I give them boys a thumbs up, man. I rock with them. That's Harmony House, you know what I mean? And then let me even add, while we're talking about it, Rain. I got Rain doing backups on my new song Pillar that's finna come out. So I'm working with them boys already.
All right, man. Yeah, man, I cheated a little bit, man. We already play. We play Havoc and we play Greasy on this station all the time, anyway. But yeah, man.
Shout out to Havoc too. Yep,
for sure. All right, man. Hey, Mini Bone, man. I mean, come on, man. I know I'm cheating right now, but we pumping this thing, we dumping.
Well, listen, I'm trying to. First of all, I'm glad that you brought up my new official nickname. Now, Mr. Layzie, you might not know this, but I'm trying to get every member of Bone Thugs and Harmony to go ahead and certify me as Mini Bone. I already got Flesh, and I got Fresh. I got Flesh and Busy already said that I was down with the clan. Now I'm trying to get Layzie to go ahead and certify me as Mini Bone. Now I can't rap now, and I can't harmonize for a damn thing, but I can tell some jokes. I can get on stage and tell some jokes.
So this might make or break your bone pursuit.
Go ahead.
So you gonna pump it or dump it?
Oh, it's Harmony House. I'm gonna pump it. Are you crazy? Come on now.
Well, I'm with you then, Mini Bone.
Oh, you heard him. He said Mini Bone is certified.
That is Mini Bone. All right.
I told y'all this Bone Thug thing was worldwide, man. I told y'all was gonna be some more thugs.
That's
Roll
a
with
fact.
The Bone, more thugs gonna follow.
That's a fact.
Man, all right. All right, man. Well, listen, man. Anybody want to call in and let us know what you think about? I know my man Jake from Missouri. He called while we was playing the song, man. Shout out to Jake. He was saying, pump that thing right there. So shout out to Jake, man. You got Bone got a cult following, man. They got a huge following. So anyway, man, phone number 407-646-2915. In the meantime, man, we got to get real live with Layzie Bone, man. Got some questions over here, man. So Layzie, bro, tell us, man, you the hub of the group. You the creator of the Bone name. So for lack of a better word, man, you the leader of the group. In your own words, man, tell us why that is.
Well, I like to say that I'm the spokesman of the group because we all leaders, born leaders in our own natural right. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But I can't explain why God picked me, you know what I mean, to gather up these soldiers and come together and unify in harmony, to come together in one common goal, to teach the world, to heal the world, whatever we do for the world with our words and our music that keep us alive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. All I can say is God put me in a position, because I went to jail, man, back in 1989, August 23rd, and that changed my life, you know what I mean? So that put me on, that's like, now that I look in hindsight, I can sit back and really watch my own movie. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when I went to jail August 23rd, 1989, we was already the Band-Aid boys before that. You know what I'm saying? But that year, we all was going to high school and things like that. I end up in jail. I end up in Texas. I end up with my friend Owsley. I end up in Inglewood, California. I ran away. I stole plane tickets. I was a handful. I was a handful. I got caught selling dope. I was on the news. I should have knew I was going to be famous at that point when I was 14, and I was on the news when I got caught up. You know what I mean? But that journey pushed me out to meet people. I came back. And when I finally did make it back to Cleveland after doing all that time, my only mission was to find Crazy Bone. You know what I'm saying? Because that was always my inspiration for the music, but I had got taken away from my family at a very young age, and that was all I knew was my niggas. I was from the street. Excuse my French. I know we on the radio, but my brothers. You know what I mean?
For sure. All right, so basically you had you kind of got disconnected from Crazy Bone for a while.
Right.
Okay.
And I came back. I came back, and that's when he was Aunt D, Steve B. We was Steve B, Beatty Rock, Aunt D, K Chill. That was the Band-Aid Boys. And then I was Busy Bone, and he was B Smart, and then and my Flesh was playing basketball at that time. You know what I mean? Okay. So I'm trying to fill y'all in on this story, so we don't have to I want it told right, because just to let you know, I heard everybody else's interview, and everybody had something to say about the business of this Bone thing. And the only thing that I could determine from everybody's conversation that I am the common thread to set the record straight with all this stuff.
That's a fact. So, that's a fact. But by the way, Mr. Layzie, I was gonna say something, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Before I could ask you, I was gonna ask you. This is what I heard through the grapevine, that you were originally the first Busy, because you used to, get a little busy, you know what I'm talking about, with them hands. Mm-hmm. So you got the name Busy. And then because you wanted to be, your one of your, not, I wouldn't say idols, but somebody you look up to was Crazy, you switched your name to Layzie to match the Crazy. You know what I'm saying? To kind of, make a little rhyme scheme with it. And it was just an homage to Crazy. Am I right?
Yeah, well, me and Crazy was formulating a new group, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause he had a group, and then I had a name for a group, and he had a name for a group. We just happened to stick with Bone, but Crazy was like, I'm gonna be Crazy Bone, and I'm like, well, nigga, I'm Layzie Bone, you know what I mean? So after that, you know what I mean, and then Busy Bone kind of sat on the shelf, like that name just was there, and Wishbone was a friend of mine's named Owzie when I was in Texas, you know what I mean? So those two names were just there. So it was Crazy and Layzie. And then my mother introduced me to Busy because she knew his father, so Busy was a couple of years younger than the rest of us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, cool. So I had asked you, so you came up with the actual Bone name though. Now, from what I understand, Eazy-E is the one that gave you guys the Thugs and Harmony part to it, right?
Right. So we was Bone Enterprise. Now this is a long story, but I ain't gonna give it all to y'all because the movie is off the hook. You know what I mean?
Sir.
The book gonna be amazing. But yeah, to fast forward, we all got our names. Busy came. He was the last one to come as the youngest member. He became Busy because he was busy. So. Boom. Fast forward. Now we Bone Enterprise. Now we put out an album in Cleveland we recorded in 92. We put it out at the beginning of 93. You know what I mean? And we leave in November 23rd, 1993. We left Cleveland to go to California. Mm-hmm. So we left 99 because it was wild. We had lost Wally. Wally got killed. That's what the original Crossroads was about anyway, was about our friend Wally, which was my best friend.
Right.
And then let me see where I'm at in this story. So
y'all went to Cali?
Yeah, we go to California, one-way bus tickets, boom. So we Bone Enterprise. Now we out there. We finally get up with Eazy-E. So we had a song called Gangsta Harmony, right? Mm-hmm. And we used to always rap, sing, do our thing, and E would always make us want to make us sing around all these rappers, and we like, hold on, man, like, no, he like, no, man, y'all do that one thing, and we like, no, we about to let us out rap these dudes. He like, no, man, y'all do that one thing, and that was Gangsta Harmony. And then we was like, Bone Thug, it was Bone, and he was like, well, I want y'all to y'all should be Thugs in Harmony. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, pause right there. I want to insert something with what you're saying. So when he came up, this is what I heard, and I want to play a little clip, or a little snippet of something for you. So this is what I heard about that. At the time, Tupac had a group called Thug Life. He had established in '92 with some of his dudes. And so he had an issue with this here. From what I understand, he had came to Easy because he was trying to get Thug Life signed to Eazy-E, but for whatever reason, that didn't pop off. So when you guys came out in '94 with the Thuggish Ruggish Bone, of course Pac heard it and stuff like that. So then he gets on the box, and I want to play this little snippet of him on the box. It's only like 10 seconds or so, but I want you to check it out. I want to get some thoughts on it in 1 second here. I'm gonna play this. Check it out.
I know people looking on TV, they going, wait a minute, didn't I already hear a group called Thug something? I already heard about some kind of thug something on TV. Who is Thug Life? But this the original. We are the original thugs.
All right, yeah. So
Pac wasn't coming at us like that, but go back to Bone Enterprise, okay? It came out in 1992.
Okay.
Look on the inside of that tape, and you will see a shout out to Mo Thug. I already had my company called Mo Thug. Okay, it was Lonely Lynn, Boogie Night, all that. All mine's documented, players. So can't nobody say nothing about where the thug came from.
Yes, sir.
We really start saying thug because of my mom. My mom was like, get your thug ass on out of here. You know what I'm saying? So
bro, I'm glad you shared that with us, man, because it's kind of one of my questions coming up is going to deal with that. But yeah, I'm glad you shared that, because my question was going to be if you thought that maybe Easy might have got inspired by Tupac to call you guys that. But
no, because we was already on some thug business when we met Tupac. I mean, we met Eazy-E. Okay. And it was just coincidental that I guess that's where the world was. But I was definitely a Tupac fan when Brenda Had a Baby and all that came out like this. We fans of music, so. Yeah,
for sure, man. All right, cool, man. So we gonna get back to this thug thing in a second, but I want to talk about this. I want to talk about you going kind of like being the spokesman for the group, the leader of the group, what I called it. How difficult is it to be the captain of an all-star team like Bone, especially with Crazy Bone having his own Grammy under his belt, Busy Bone in recent years still being on the Billboard charts on his solo solo endeavors. How difficult is it for you to be the captain of something like this?
I mean, I basically had to really just sit back and observe the team that I was playing with and playing for. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I opened up, I would rather go by the spokesman because we are all leaders in our own right. You know what I mean? But like when things were progressing so fast for Bone Thugs and Harmony, everybody had their own opinion.
Right.
You know, like when we first started off, the reason why you were here busy is somebody called me a leader because I had a job. I was buying the outfits. I was working. I was on the block. I was doing things that a manager would do for his group. You know what I mean? Like just basically even motivating, holding talent shows and doing practice and all that to when everybody get their own money, then things change a little bit because now we hearing more of not just my opinion, but everybody got their own opinion.
Right.
So at first it was hard to adjust to, but after a while, I had to understand that we're all men and everybody had their own opinion. So once I start just like understanding that Bone Thugs and Harmony is going to expand, you know what I mean? That's why I start coming with the Mo Thug and all that, like trying to build outward of, and not just Bone Thugs. When I negotiated those solo deals for Crazy Bone and Busy Bone, they were some dope ass deals at the time. You know what I mean? I was just really trying to make sure my group was moving in the right direction, but the way things was moving was so fast that everybody had their own opinion, and that was hard to navigate. Right. But at the same time, it was so much respect for my brothers that I had to bag up at certain times and let them do what they had to do in order for this whole picture to stay intact.
Okay. So, all right. So you talk about directions, man. With all the different directions that life is presenting right now, are you guys still able to be cohesive? Are you guys still able to give us the kind of harmony that you gave us on the East 1999 album with a new album?
Let me tell you something. You can look at my last records. I feel like, I did my thing on that. Listen to Busy's last records. That boy is incredible.
Yes,
Listen
sir.
to Flesh and Bone. That boy is impeccable. Crazy Bone. That boy is impeccable. And Wishbone just waiting on the group like always. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the music aspect of Bone Thugs and Harmony is God's given. Whenever we come together, it's magic. Bottom line, it's untouchable, undeniable. Our harmony's gonna be on point because we know how to heal our own voices with the lemons and the teas and the things that it takes to be on that level. You know what I'm saying? So, the working out, everybody is in basically pretty good shape to be the age that we are. So Bone Thugs and Harmony holding their own in the musical form is impeccable. We won't lose. I bet everything on that. You know what I mean? And then
I want to kind of ask about like the format. And when I'm speaking about harmony, and I'm referring back to this East 1999 album because it seems like after the Art of War time frame, mainly around like the Thug World Order type of CD. Is when everything started to seem more format than the East 1999 version. And what I mean by that is like, it means like you guys was like verse, hook, type of deal instead of like how y'all was coming like with that gumbo flavor in the beginning. Do you see it that way or no?
Well, I mean, that just let me know you a real Bone fan and very observant because, it did become more format because you got to remember East 1999, like we wrote them songs while we was still on the block, man. We was 17, 18 years old with when we met Eazy-E, we had 1,000 songs. By the time, by the time we dropped Art of War, them 1,000 songs was gone. Most of them still in archives, But then it was like, okay, now you do your verse. And then you got to deal with the record companies telling, well, why don't y'all repeat that format? Because that worked, So you had all these outside influences that wasn't of Bone Thugs and Harmony, which we had to navigate through that to even keep making music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, man? I want to kind of this is kind of off my script, but I want to plug it in. My favorite Bone song is the Everyday Thing off the show soundtrack, and the reason being
ain't nothing changed every day.
Hey.
Ain't nothing changed. That's mine too.
Man, listen, I love Everyday Thing because of the gumbo, man. Y'all was just one right after another, just bam, bam, bam. But man, I want to ask you this. This is kind of different kind of question, but do y'all today, because like I said, y'all are in different directions. I know y'all staying in different states and things like that, but do y'all ever do any male bonding? Like, do y'all ever like go fishing or do a guy trip or whatever, travel the world without being music related, just like on some kick it type stuff?
Right.
You know what, man? You know what? It's really sad that we don't. I try to push for those things to keep the bond going, I try to keep the team chemistry going and things like that. But then, we don't get to do things like that, but we do so many shows a year, you know what I mean, that we basically together. So, we got the grown man bond. We got to get like a fishing trip or something like that so y'all boys can, because when y'all came in the game, that's all y'all had was each other. I feel like, now that everybody's so separate,
right,
it kind of affects the music, maybe inadvertently, but it still affects the music. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, I wouldn't say it affect the music because, I'm gonna say it again. My dudes is geniuses at what they do. What it does affect is the chemistry. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
If you ain't on the court with your dudes for whatever sport, or whatever field, whatever court, whatever stage, whatever band you in, if you're not practicing and spending quality time to hone those skills and go over those plays, then of course you're going to lose a step or two.
Yes,
you know what I mean? But all it takes is getting back to it.
That's right. I agree 100%. I want to kind of double back on something. I want to kind of talk about the Crossroads song, the remix. This joint right here, man, Grammy award-winning song. For people who don't know, this was best rap performance by a duo or group. It was number one for about 2 months straight on the Billboard 100. My question is, I want to say hip hop don't got this kind of longevity no more. We're in a real microwave state. You know what I'm saying? So now the question becomes, is there any new inspirations out there for you? Is there any new rappers that you want to actually collaborate with today?
I mean, man, I like meeting these people that I meet in real life. You know what I mean? Like those guys, like Breezy and Rain and Havoc, and you know what I mean, my brothers and the folks that I work with. They keep me inspired. You know what I mean? There's no lack of talent in the music field, none whatsoever. You know what I mean? It's just what mainstream choose to push at the front of the line at the time. You know what I'm saying? So
that's a beautiful point.
I stay inspired. Like, I like the J. Cole's, the Kendricks, you know what I mean? I'm all over the place with music. I love music so much, man. Like, I listen to what I can, but mainly I'm making music. I'm around the creative part of music probably 75% of my time. So
that's what's up, bro. Hey, man.
Stacking up the library.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, and I love your point about mainstream, because they do push a certain narrative out there. But so I want to talk about these solo and partial projects that you guys put out there, man. You guys got way more, like as of today, you guys have way more solo and partial work out there. But by far the most successful is when you guys come together as a group. The question becomes, why do you guys put so much more effort into the solo works?
I mean, it's just like, you know, it's not our season all the time. You know what I mean? So when we doing solo work, it's just like comparison to a basketball player getting up and going to the gym and getting his shots up and staying in shape for when our season do start as Bone Thugs and Harmony. We all come to the table in shape. You know what I'm saying? So it's more like that. So we do that because we love doing music.
That's real.
We love. You know, it keeps us going, motivated. Music is what saved our lives and gave us 30 years of taking care of our families and such.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's the motivation in it, man. Like, that's why we do it. We love what we do, and at the same time, we grown men. We ain't 16, 17, 18 years old without kids and without houses and responsibilities and businesses and you know, things like that. Like, so life is prevalent when at this age, you know, but we still find time to love the music. You know what I mean? So I think that's the honorable thing in saying that we love this music so much, no matter what else going on, we still gonna come together as the group and do what the world love. If it's twice a year, 3 times a year, if it's 50 times a year, we still have those intentions, though.
Yeah, man.
I do.
Let me insert something fresh off the top of the dome real quick, man. I just want to give you flowers, man. Y'all been in the game for a long time. You know, y'all still giving the Bone fans what we want. You know what I'm saying? We definitely want y'all to continue, you know, for as long as y'all can, for as long as y'all want, you know, because, man, bro, like, this is a beautiful career that y'all got. For hip-hop artists, it's very rare to see, you know, what you guys are doing as Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Well, by the way, since you giving out flowers, I was telling Busy last time we did the interview that a week before that I had lost one of my best friends, and I had forgot. I was going through so much stuff. I had forgot that I was even interviewing Busy, and I spent the whole weekend listening to Bone Thugs.
Yeah,
like not even thinking about it. Like, I wasn't even. It was just naturally something that puts me through my worst times.
Yeah.
And I was thanking him, so I would like to thank you as well, because that music resonates. Like, to this day, I go through stuff, and one of y'all, the first thing that pop in my mind is a Bone Thugs song.
Yeah, man. Crossroads. Yeah, man.
So for sure, thank you for that.
For sure, yeah.
Condolences to your people's Many Bone, man. I'm sorry for your loss and all that. So we're gonna keep it alive, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, let's talk about Mo Thugs and Harmony House Entertainment. Now, the first time I heard like you mentioned in the CD cover, that was news to me. But the first time we actually heard the word Mo Thug mentioned was in the Thuggish Ruggish Bone song in '94. Both you and Wishbone made mentions of Mo Thugs in the verse. The question becomes, how far back does this Mo Thug thing go?
Well, like I say, we was the Band-Aid Boys, we was Bone Enterprise. So when we was making our very first cassette CD, you could say 1991 and above, you know what I mean? We always knew we was the group. We separated ourselves from everybody. You know what I mean? But we knew it was going to be, I knew it was going to be some more thugs because we attended all the talent shows in the city. They always clung. I always was able to have 10, 15 people at the house rapping, singing, dancing. I was throwing house parties at the age of 12 years old. My mom let me party like that. So Mo Thug, Mo Thug.
Shout out to Mama real quick.
Back deep. Yeah. I basically was a promoter back in '86. You know, seventh grade, throwing house parties, talking about, you know, what we was gonna do when we grew up in this music, and it just actually came true. So Mo Thug been a part of it since the '90s, early '90s.
Okay. All right, so by my count, bro, I got more than 56 artists, associated with this, either Mo Thug or Harmony House Entertainment. In my mind, I'm looking at the overhead, the personnel expenses. This has got to be a huge financial investment for you, right?
Right. I mean, I've been investing in it my whole life. You know what I mean? I've done deals for Mo Thugs my whole career.
Right. Definitely. Oh, wait a minute. You still there?
Yes, sorry about that.
All good. It's all good. All right, so you guys released manufactured work for Too True, Poetic Hustlers, and The Graveyard Shift. My question is, who's next up to bat, man, and when can we expect it from your account?
Well, next up to bat, man, like I say, you just played a couple of artists that I'm working with. I got my children that I'm working with, you know, hopefully they keep on putting out music. Man, I got Rocky Rock, I got Sloan, my whole Harmony House camp. I'm working with Sequoia Winter, you know what I mean, developing her album. Man, I got my album coming up is next up to bat. I got a new single called Pillar I'm finna release. You know, so next.
You got
whoever rocking with me, we next.
Yeah, you got an army, man. Is there gonna be any more of those compilation albums like the Family Scriptures, the Reunion, the Mothership, so on? Is it gonna be any more like that type of thing?
Actually, I'm always keep that tradition going. So with this new generation that I'm working with, you know, it's Harmony House. We went over to Harmony House. So the new generation is the first compilation is called Welcome to the House.
Okay. All right.
And
nice.
I don't know if my fan base and anybody really know, but Harmony House is my last name. So
yes,
that's
sir.
why we Harmony House, you know what I'm saying? So yeah man, I'm working. I'm also working on this legacy project with Bone Thugs and Harmony. So between what everybody doing, we're working on a legacy project for Bone.
Oh yeah. Hold that. Keep that. I'm gonna come back to that legacy thing right there. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna come back to that. But I want to ask you about being a CEO. What type of artists are you looking for? We heard some of the artists that you got, but when you actually, as a CEO, what are you looking for in an artist?
I'm looking for originality, and I'm looking for somebody that's dedicated to their craft. You know what I mean? Like, it's so easy to get into the show business instead of the business. Like, I just want to work with artists that's really, really dedicated and like the way I know how Bone was, a lot of artists that I know, like just dedicated to the craft. You could be rock, it could be rock and roll. The genre doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? It really doesn't matter the genre because I got producers and we work in every genre.
Okay. All right, cool. I want to throw out some names here. And when you guys first came out, I looked at you had an artist, Soulja Boy. I looked at him as like in my opinion, as somebody that could have been like the front runner of Mo Thugs. These days, I look at Layzie Bone, like out of everybody that I've heard from your camp, I look at him as somebody that could possibly be, the front runner of Harmony House. My question is, how did you discover Layzie Bone?
The way people get discovered these days on the internet. I seen him doing his thing. I'm like, man, this boy, he got a unique voice, and he was sending me music. He kept sending me stuff, and I'm like, and it caught my attention. And then when I heard his voice, and then when I put the voice with the image, it was like, oh, man, and it just started developing over time. You know what I mean?
Hey,
so,
man, that's the CEO. You the
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Dre CEO.
Yes, sir. You see how he sniped that out?
You know what I mean? Get
He
that
sniped that
Eminem
out. Yes, sir. He said, ooh, I got me one.
Got me one. Hey, man, push him out there, man. Push that boy to the
He
front.
good. That boy good.
Front to the line.
That boy good.
You know what I mean? But yeah. All right, so we see you real active with Big Sloan, HC the Chemist, Sequoia Winters, riding around in the video with Sequoia Winters. We seen. Is there any other artists that we should be looking out for from your camp there?
Well, I mean, I didn't say my son's name, Stevan the Don. He got music that y'all can go check out on Instagram now. You got Stephen House Jr., Trinity House, you know what I mean? Studies, my little brother, you know what I mean? Man,
family, the family. I got you.
Is that something you was comfortable with?
I mean, welcome to the house. It's a house thing, man. It's like it's the same. It's basically what I've been doing for the past since my Perfect Timing tours. I've been going on the road. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I've been working with my children, taking them on the road, doing the thing. It's the same formula that Bone used. I always lay that forefront down, and that's how we're moving. So it's like it's all family. And my ultimate goal is to bring it together for this legacy project because, I ain't trying to stay on the road forever, ever. I just trying to get it in right now while everybody healthy. We all 5 live and all our kids look good. And I'm trying to take over the industry one time, man, for all the money we made for these record companies. I want it all back one time.
Yes, sir. Well, speaking of kids, did you, knowing how, because, you and Bone Thugs have been doing it for a minute. We already spoke how early you've been doing it. We're talking about 91, and they've been popping since at least, I wouldn't say 92 and up. Yep. So, you know what the road is. You know what this game takes out of you. When your children decided to go ahead and pick up the torch, is that something you might have been a little bit wary of? Or did you feel like, okay, I showed them the right way to do this. They witnessed it with their own eyes. They should be fine.
Nah, I think these kids need guidance through and through all the way. Y'all don't need to hold their hands. I trust their decisions, but we all know that this game right here is so snaky and tricky that anytime a lot of money is in play, you need eyeballs that you can trust. You know what I'm saying?
That's real, yeah.
So my thing is to pass the torch. That's hence roll with the bone, Mo Thug gonna follow. You know what I mean? I always been building the empire, and I always been holding Bone together for the simple fact that I know we stronger together, and I know if we gonna accomplish what we truly want to accomplish of passing the torch to generational wealth, you know what I mean? That comes from us showing unity to the world first and foremost. So this for L Burner at, man.
This is exactly why I wanted to interview y'all one by one. This is a prime example. I gotta talk about this Growing Up Hip Hop Season 7 reality TV show. You dropped some surprises on this thing right here, man. You got a new lady in your life. You want to speak on that?
Yeah, I mean, I be tipping with Tiny, you know what I'm saying? That's my friend, man. We've been friends for a long time. You know what I'm saying? So I've been when me and my wife separated, you know what I mean? And let me just be accountable for some things, because I know she did an interview with y'all, and you know that a lot of people got a lot to say about Mo Thug did them wrong, or Layzie Bone did them wrong, and all that. Man, I did the best I could do. Yes, I had some infidelities, but when I stepped out on growing up hip hop, I had been separated for 2 years already. We had been through a pandemic, you know what I mean? And it was time to come outside and start making some money, because L. Burner wasn't making no money, you know what I mean? It was like the world shut down in the midst of Bone Thugs and Harmony finna do a worldwide tour.
Hey man,
you know
listen, let me plug in real quick and say this, brother. I respect you, bro. Like, I respect what you just put down, bro. Like, that was real. Definitely want to, you know, let that be known. These reality shows, man, it's too much drama in them for me. But I want to know, what's it like for you? I'm talking about reality shows in general. You know what I mean? Not just the one you're on. Just reality shows, period. It's just a lot of drama with them. But what about for you, though? How's it like being filmed for you?
I mean, I like doing productions. I like throwing productions. So I get what they do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have no problem with them. I find some of it entertaining. The one that I'm particularly on, I liked because I didn't have to step out my character. I'm being a mentor to the younger generation, which everybody called me Uncle Layzie Bone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm everybody's uncle for real. So I stepped into a natural role, you know, with Lil Eazy-E, you know what I mean? JoJo Simmons, all these characters, you know, Lil Twist, like them all my little G's, you know what I mean? They act, we talk.
Right. When
we, you know, especially when we doing the show. So it's like, it felt like it was something that it was my contribution. Like, I've been through so many ups and downs. I've been wrong, I've been right, but I keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? So for me to be able to get that energy to somebody younger, the younger generation, I'm just trying to keep the ball rolling, baby.
Man, you're doing a great job, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's make sure we get this in before we got to get up out of here, man. Owning the Bone Masters and the Legacy album you were speaking about. Where we at with this?
So, we're not too far, you know what I mean? But 30 years, we will be celebrating 30 years of Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Came out June 25th, 1994. Mm-hmm. So, we are in the process of doing something very, very huge, which is a 4-part endeavor with a world tour, with a double CD, with the biopic, and also a book as well. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to push to my group, that, you know, to come together for this last little run for this legacy tour. 30 years, we'll be done got all our masters back. You know what I mean? After 30 years, our masters
they come back.
Are reverting back to us.
Oh, okay, okay. So
but Calico, did you hear what he said? Have you heard this before? This quadruple thing they about to drop?
Yeah.
You heard
legacy,
it?
Yeah.
I know, but the legacy, but the biopic what?
Yeah, man.
Well, that's a dream come true, please.
Man, listen, I could talk to these boys all night long. I can't fit it all in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to need that.
Yeah, I definitely know about it, man. I'm telling you, bro, we got to get... I would love to get Wish, too, but let me see where I'm at. I definitely want to squeeze in some more stuff here.
I saw me and Wish are the same person. I promise you. You've never seen us in the same building. You're a little taller, but we're the same person.
All right, hey, Layzie man, I got a special request. This is coming from me. For this Legacy album, man, you guys have teamed up and did monumental collaborations with Biggie, Pac. The list goes on. Now DMX and all of these people. Can we get a Eminem collaboration, a Bone Thugs and Eminem collaboration?
Yes, Lord.
Especially for the Legacy album.
Yes, Lord.
Well, I probably want that better. I want that more than the fans do.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like, man, come on, man, because that boy the GOAT. You know what I mean? who don't want to go toe to toe, side by side with the goats, man?
Dog, listen,
you know
I was telling Busy, I said, man, the way M doing it now, I think he been practicing to do it.
Just to do it song with y'all. Yeah.
Hey,
He running laps.
hey, he must have been practicing because that boy doing his thing. I can't even stand in front of him, but you know what I mean? We all gonna come to the gym ready, so just know that will blow the world's socks off.
Man,
that's a fact.
Listen, what do they call it? This chopper style, double time, something like that. Whatever that style is called. If y'all get in the same room with that with Eminem, y'all, man, that's gonna be a monumental.
Yeah,
song
man,
right
that's
there,
a dream come true right there.
Man.
Layzie, bro, I want to talk about this new project you got, what you working on now. I want to talk about that. In your own words, man, tell us what can we expect?
Well, man, for me, Hypnotic Rhythms is more of my album is the song titles and things are more mature. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be dumbed down. It's not gonna be simple. It's gonna be a real album. And it's just the rhythms of Hypnotic Rhythms is when you fall into that zone, like, you in that hypnotic rhythm when you on stage, and I might be performing Thuggish Ruggish Bone, like I'm in my own zone, or Jordan coming down getting that 61, you know what I'm saying? Or, Kobe hitting that 81, it's just like that hypnotic rhythm is when you fall into that zone and you can't be moved. It's like another out-of-body experience, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really tapping on all the subjects that my life then took me on, man. It's another story of my life, mature, and probably the most focused I've been on making a solo album ever. Because I rushed through most of my solo albums just for something to do, but this time I'm gonna give it to them.
All right, man, that's what's up. I always tell all the Bone members every time I get them on the show, what's my favorite Bone song from
you. Always get me with that, man. Why you always got to do that? Because then I got to say mine, and then nobody like mine. So what? Just go.
My favorite Layzie Bone song is "Smoke On" from the Thug by Nature.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, man. I like the what's it like what's that? Tony? Is that
is it?
That lady
Tony.
Yeah, what they took. Yeah.
Head on my pillow type of stamp. Yeah, I love that song. You know what? I like the Love Everything Green song too. I think it was on the Mo Thug 3 album. Man, Layzie Bone got all the smoking songs.
You do, bro. You do.
Sound like you like that L Burner vibe.
Yeah, you know it.
You know it.
You the one that kind of got everybody smoking weed, ain't it?
No, you know what? That's crazy.
Hold on. We're on the radio. We talking about medical marijuana.
Facts. Before the FCC jump on.
We're talking about the legality of
yes sir,
the legality of marijuana.
Hey, this is the perfect way to get up out of here, man, before we get in trouble. All right, ladies and
man. Y'all must be in Florida. It's illegal down there. I'm sorry. We in California.
Yeah, we in Florida.
Oh, man, he back home. He chilling back home. Oh,
he trying to mow murder.
Oh, you chilling.
Y'all want Florida down there putting out all your herbs and all that. Come to California.
Trying to mow murder.
Come to California.
Hey, but yo, man, listen, man, y'all coming down this way for a concert anytime?
Please do.
We are, man. We just had a concert that was postponed, so I'm not sure of the date, but be looking for us to come down that way real soon, man. And then we got a tour coming up, a couple things that we're gonna be doing. So follow me, man. Just follow me, because it's so many things that I would need a couple hours with y'all to really explain everything, but I'm going to refer y'all to the book and the movie and the shows and the IG, the real Layzie Bone, you know what I mean? And, we're doing this thing.
Yeah,
man.
follow the right one, because I followed somebody yesterday and they asked me $5. I knew it was him. I was like, this can't be Layzie Bone. There's no way he's going to ask me $5. It was 5 pesos too. It's weird.
Hey, man, well, Layzie, man, listen, man, we got to get up out of here, bro. Definitely want to give you time to give you shout-outs, man. Let your people know you love them. Tell Crazy Bone we need him to holler at us, man. We got to get him on. And if
Facts.
you can, twist Wishbone's arm, man, and tell him, man, we love him too, man. We want to hear from him too. I know that's going to be one of the...
Twin.
Y'all ain't about to get me, man. I ain't about to be telling Wish nothing, man.
I told you he my twin.
I holla at Trey, though, man.
All right.
Good talking to y'all. Y'all trying to get me in trouble with Wish. You know he done reached in their arms, man.
Hey, man, we love y'all boys, man. Go ahead and give you shout-outs, man. We get up out of here.
Hey, man, I just want to shout out to the Lord, man, for making everything possible, for bringing me through all these storms that I continue to go through. And I love everybody that love the Lord, man. And you know what I mean? And, you know, and if you love me, I love you back.
Amen.
Amen.
Shout out to Tiny.
All right. Yeah, you can't get in trouble, bro. You got to do that. All right, bro. Man, listen, man. Wonderful having you on the show, man. You welcome back anytime, man.
Yes, sir. A pleasure.
Stick around for music from around the way with DJ Rowe right here on Surreal Talk Radio.
Boom, 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 boom.
All right, Layzie, man. Peace.
Much love.